Okay then.
Okay.
Okay, so before you're off, obviously I didn't do the workout because of my cough. So today it's just gonna be Anna.
It's just me today. Doing 19.4.
I think we've got about a minute before you start. Maybe a little less.
Here I am talking to the girls when they're like, do you want us to cheer you on? And me being like, no, can you just like leave me alone because I just don't want...
Is that what she said? And you told her no?
She said, do you want us to cheer you on?
And you said no?
And I said no, I just want to be like, get in my zone and just do it.
Okay. That's weird.
Why is it weird?
I don't know. I like being cheered on.
No, I don't. I just wanted to focus and not get distracted.
Okay.
I needed to focus with this workout.
Okay. Fair enough.
So yeah.
Right. So you're off. What was your strategy with the snatches?
One at a time, just because it's quite heavy for me. So one at a time, and then if I start to struggle, take a little break, step away, come back. But I think if I touch and go it, I'm gonna end up failing a rep, and I didn't want to do that.
Okay. Well, that first 4 or 5, whatever you did there, you almost touched and go it.
Yeah,
you paused a little
much.
bit on the ground, but you still held on to the bar.
Yeah.
Pretty much. Which...
Yeah. I think it was more... A lot of this was more nerves because 30 kilos is heavy for me. But it didn't actually feel that bad yesterday, so I think my 1 rep max is much higher than this.
Well, up to yesterday, what was your 1 rep max?
32.5.
And this was obviously 30, so...
Yeah, so...
Puke.
You're like, Chalker? I'm like, not yet.
And you told me as well, the guy,
he was obviously cheering on his friends and stuff, but he kept walking in front of me, and it was just like, it's just a little distracting because it was always exactly the point where I was about to lift, and I was just like, can you not do that, please? But luckily he then stopped doing that, so it was fine.
Okay, so your first set of snatches was done
Well,
probably about 2 minutes, I think.
Yeah, not the fastest, but I'm not bothered.
Well, if you think about your 1 rep max was 32 and this was 30,
yeah.
32.5, whatever. This is pretty close to your previous 1 rep max. So yeah, you're maybe strong enough to do that, but mentally mentally you thought you wouldn't be able to do this as much.
No.
So what was...
So, sorry.
No, what was your plan with the burpees?
Not to stop, because I know as soon as I stop, I'll then stop for a long time. So it was just very slowly tick through them, get through it, and just not go too fast, but...
Yeah, I remember before you started, you told me to tell you to slow down on the burpees if you go too fast.
Yeah.
And I did tell you here and there. I don't know really if you...
Yeah.
Okay.
I did hear you as soon as you say that, so...
The first round, I think right at the end, I told you maybe go a little bit slower.
Yeah.
And then the last round, obviously, I had to tell you to go a little faster, but...
There I am telling you, like, can you make sure that guy stops walking in front of my bar? It's really distracting.
Yeah.
So yeah, this is the second round. I don't really remember these. I'm not very good at remembering sets of stuff.
Yeah, so have a look at your snatch, right? So, right there, the bar stops.
Yeah.
Just for a second, but it's enough to stop all the momentum.
Down. Because what I'm happy with yesterday is you were saying a lot to me. So really like drive it up quickly, like use the power.
Yeah.
And I've not done that before till yesterday. Is really bringing the power as I'm pulling it up.
Yeah, so...
And I found that suddenly... Because for me, 30 kilos used to feel really heavy. And then last night, doing this, it didn't feel that bad. Yeah. Because I was telling myself mentally, like with a clean, fast pull up. Like, get it up, and then just get under it. So I was trying to tell myself to do that.
Well, the first pull shouldn't be fast. The first
no, you know what I mean. That first
mid-thigh should be slow, like that, but slow, and then basically from where you stop, further or that from that moment, everything should go fast.
Yeah, but there was a lot more. There was a lot more power in them than there usually is.
Yeah,
compared to how I usually do them, and I need to practice. They need a lot of work, but then I haven't been able to snatch for 3 or 4 months. So
probably longer than that because of your hip.
Yeah, so it's trying to learn how to do them again. But I think it was good confidence-wise to know that I can do that.
Yeah.
I think it was at this point because in all honesty, I didn't know if I'd get the 3 rounds. I was like, we'll see what happens. Like,
yeah, you didn't think you were going to make the 3 rounds.
I was like, I don't think I will, but we'll see what happens. And at this point, I was like, oh, wait a minute. Like, I could do this.
Yeah, I think you did basically about 3 minutes a round.
Yeah.
Which for someone that's never done 10 snatches at a time with 30 kilograms, that's really good.
Yeah. So, yeah.
But one thing, I think if we go and look at the split of the burpees, that I feel like would be the same throughout. Because though you tried to go faster at the end, you paced it actually really well to not be able to go faster, which means you did it perfectly.
Yeah.
If you can only, go maybe a little bit faster in the last round, then you basically paced it better or perfectly.
Yeah.
Because that way you started fast enough to not be able to go faster, but slow enough to not have to go slower.
Yeah.
That makes sense. Mm-hmm. You obviously, I think with the snatches, the more tired you got, the slower you went, but not that much.
Yeah, this last round was harder because I just did not want to fail any rep, because as soon as I fail it, I then mentally it would be really hard for me to get a rep again. I'm going to be like, oh, I failed that, I can't do it. Yeah. So I just wanted to get through this last 10.
I think you were maybe 20-30 seconds longer in the last round than...
Yeah.
I mean, if we go back and actually look at your splits, I think you'd be surprised at how steady your pace was.
Yeah. Well, I knew I didn't want to break too much between the reps because otherwise I wouldn't pick up the bar again because I get all scared. Weird dynamic. There's not an awful lot going on, really.
No, it's not the most exciting workout to look at and to judge.
Especially if you're not particularly going massively fast like me.
Yeah, I mean, if you're going super fast and finish the workout, then maybe it's an exciting workout to watch. But I mean, it's really just snatch, burpees.
I guess the second half is a bit more exciting because muscle ups are cool.
Yeah, muscle ups are cool, but once you've seen a muscle up, you've seen a muscle up.
Yeah. Well, I don't know. I always think they look really cool. I love watching people do them.
Yeah, I suppose.
I think it's cool. I think
we're getting on to about a minute left now, I think. I'm just going according to the camera's time, and that's on 9 minutes now. We had about a minute before we started, so...
Yeah. I think we're coming up to the last...
snatch, yeah.
Yeah. I think it was at that point. I had a very quick... Yeah, there you go. I had a quick look at the time because all the way through I hadn't looked at the time because I knew I would then be rushing myself.
Yeah.
So I deliberately left till the last round of burpees to look at the clock and gauge, right, do I need to how fast do I need to go? If it's getting close to the time cap, I need to move fast. So I think I looked up and it said I want to say something like 8:40 or no, maybe
a little faster than or maybe a little less than that.
Yeah, maybe 8:20, something like that.
Yeah, I think
it definitely was 8.
Yeah, I think you had about 50 seconds or 40 seconds
Yeah.
to do the set of burpees, the 12
Yeah.
burpees.
So I just remember looking up and being like, oh, I got loads of time.
I mean, you had 5 minutes to do the burpees, because obviously, 4 minutes to do the burpees, because you had 12 minutes, but...
And yay, I'm so happy that I actually finished it. Yay!
Yeah, there was a part throughout the workout where Mats was standing behind the camera and just talking into the mic. Obviously, no one's going to hear that because we're not going to have the sound on.
What was he saying?
I couldn't hear it. I'm going to listen and see
and
if I
there's
can actually hear
Lou,
what it was.
who had never snatched 30 kilos before that workout.
And she did 30?
And she did all the rounds.
Yeah, she did 30,
yeah. Yeah, it was so good. There were lots of girls who, similar situation to me, like I think there was a split of people who'd never done muscle ups and people who would really struggle with 30 kilos.
Yeah.
And I think all of us girls who really struggle with 30 kilos all came away having completed it.
Yeah.
So we were all so happy that it was a sort of big hurdle for us who aren't strong on.
Yeah. So if you had to do this again, what would you change?
I would go faster on the snatches. I'd do like 2 or 3 touch and go probably.
Okay.
I'd probably do them, because I know I can do them. So I'd probably do 2 or 3 touch and go, a break, and then go again.
Okay. And for people that are on the verge of either just being on the verge of going RX or like you were, not sure whether you should go RX or whether you should scale, what was your reasoning behind why you went RX? Because 30 is heavy, but then also you don't have muscle ups, but you also don't have chest to bar. So scaled wouldn't really be that much different for you.
Scaled was 20 kilos, so that's not very difficult. Like, that's not massively heavy. But the problem was I knew I'd get to the pull-ups and have a problem there.
Yeah.
And I was like, I don't really want to do that, because for me, it was more important to be able to see if I could do the snatches at the weight. So it's just finding, with these workouts, finding something that you want to achieve that's important to you and not everyone else.
Yeah, because
someone else may say to me, like, I think you should scale and try and get a pull-up. And I was like, I don't think I'd come away feeling satisfied if I'd got a pull-up. But I came away from this feeling confident that I can lift that weight in classes now.
Yeah.
And I RX something again.
Yeah, and your 1 rep max is definitely not 32.5 anymore.
No. Exactly. So
for someone that does have pull-ups but maybe only ever had one, if you had one pull-up, if you were able to do one pull-up, would you go RX or scaled?
I would have gone RX because still because I think it's more of a challenge. That weight is more of a challenge. It's always good to try and go RX in these workouts. But I think, it's up to you, really. It's how you feel. I just chose with this one that RX was more of a challenge and more an achievement for me to hit the snatch weight than a pull-up.
Yeah, it's like last week. What did you do last week? We obviously don't have a video on that, but...
Oh yeah, the lunges.
Yeah, but you had the same debate.
Yeah. Going
RX or going scaled. You ended up going RX.
Well, no, the scale wasn't even an option with that one because the scale was the same weight. You just don't do it overhead. And then at the handstand push-ups, there was a bit of a deficit, but it was still... Like, it would still be extreme. I would found it really hard to get those handstand push-ups. So I was like, you know what, I'll go RX. It means I'll be slower with the lunges because it's a heavy weight for me.
Yeah.
But at least then it's RX and it's feeling more of an achievement than if I hadn't and just got stuck on handstand push-ups.
Yeah. And your goal for this Open was to do 2 workouts RX?
RX, and now I've done 3.
Yeah, because last year you did 1.
I only did 1 last year. And then, so there's big achievements. Like last year, there's no way I would have been able to do 30 kilos snatch. in a million years.
Well, a million years is maybe a long time.
Yeah, it's a saying. So there's lots of little achievements that are it's more to do with the weight on the barbell than anything actually this year.
Yeah, and the weight in the dumbbells.
Yeah, I think that's more of for a lot of people it's like first bar muscle ups or first toes to bar and things like that. But for me it's more confidence with lifting a heavier weight. Yeah.
The thing is though, with a lot of these workouts most of them you have to work towards the point where you get your first handstand push up or your first muscle up or your first pull up. But you can go through that workout and, in 3 minutes get to the pull ups and stand there for some workouts be 15 minutes to stand there trying to get a pull up.
And for me that's just not fun.
No, and you don't really get a workout out of it. And the point of the Open is not necessarily to get a workout out of it. It is to, test yourself and all that. But this way, if this workout gets repeated again, yes, fine, you did it maybe scaled the previous year and this year you did it RX or whatever. But at least this way, if you do it RX, you can see, last year I did it RX, great. But I did the lunges and the box jumps, took me the entire time.
Yeah.
How long ever? 10 minutes? Was it 10 minutes? Yeah, it was 10 minutes.
It was 10 minutes.
Took the entire 10 minutes. And this year it took me 7 minutes. And I got onto the handstand push-ups or whatever. But if you do it scaled, the only really thing you can measure against is, oh great, I did it RX this year.
Yeah.
Which is, fair enough. That's better than doing it scaled, but you still can't really measure. It's not measurable.
Yeah.
To, really. It is to a degree, because you obviously got strong enough to do scaled, but you don't have a time to put to it. You don't really have a measurement other than the word RX and scaled. In my opinion, I don't know. That's how I feel. I feel like if you can do half of the workout RX, do that.
Yeah.
And then if you end up getting stuck on muscle ups for 2 minutes, or you like this workout, you end up not getting to the point where you have to do muscle ups, then fine, you at least still got a 9-minute workout out of it.
Yeah, I like to at least have a workout.
Yeah, and you got the confidence out of this that you can definitely snatch in a workout 30.
Yeah.
Or 30, 4 reps. You got some fitness out of it. And if this workout ever gets repeated again, you
have something to measure against.
Yeah, and then the problem is you might still not be able to do a muscle up, but at least you can maybe finish this in 5 minutes next time.
Yeah.
Or 3 minutes or whatever, and then try and do where if you did scaled, great, you would have done this relatively fast, but next year you're not going to do it scaled. So then you can't really measure how you did.
Yeah, exactly.
So, I mean, that's my opinion anyway. Alright, I think we call that. If you found this interesting, enjoy this, like and
subscribe.
Alright, cheers.
Okay, bye.